if you already didn't have enough.
Hey, this is Ron with Farming Up the Hill. Hey, we're getting a new tractor in today. So, here it is. NX 4510.
Right.
Several attachments.
Yeah.
Getting delivered today.
Like Santa Claus.
That's right. We get lots of fun stuff.
Okay, well, some of this might be easy to go over while it's up in the air.
Sure.
We've marked your loader bolts with a little vertical line.
Okay.
Got your block heater zip tied there.
Right.
So it's a little pigtail that plugs in there. But we just don't want you to lose this.
Right.
If you lose this pigtail, the replacements are 6 feet long when you.
Oh, wow.
So they won't sell us the shorty. So we just zip tie it so you can't lose it. So you got some here. They're all vertical and those.
Right.
And they seldom go anywhere, but if they do, you want to know about it.
Right.
And just air in the front tires.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe these are what, 35 PSI.
Okay.
I keep up on those too just to make sure.
Yeah, I gotta check it all the time. Hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold.
Back tires, we got beet juice up to here.
Okay.
That's all liquid, just a little pocket up top for air, like a big water balloon.
Okay.
This rim guard stuff is awesome. It's beet juice from sugar beets.
Right.
Comes from Minnesota, and it's a waste product from after they do the molasses. After they make molasses, so they found a way to make some money on it. So the best part about it is in 10 years, your rim is going to be brand new on the inside. That sodium chloride eats a hole and your valve stem falls out.
Right.
So if you check your air pressure, just make sure your valve stem's at 12 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So that's the biggest thing. If we pushed it now, we'd have 35 PSI coming at us.
Yeah.
And it's just sticky and gross. And then you also might just take and wash this a little bit before you put on the cap.
Yeah, and just make sure it's cleaned up, looking good.
Yeah.
Sticky and nasty.
Yeah, that stuff I get painted from time to time. But it makes this back tire weigh over 400 pounds, so that gives you good lift ballast.
Oh, yeah.
Good weight.
Stuff.
But interesting stuff, man. Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
And then, so what else? I can't think. Well, your oil pan's right here for your engine oil.
Okay.
I got my finger on one of the drain plugs. So they're all marked orange. There's 2 of them. The drive shaft goes right through the middle of your oil pan.
Okay, so they got
one on each side.
Because it's going to get in there.
And so, so yeah, there's that. And then to drain all the hydraulic fluid out of this bad boy, there's an 1.125" big nut on the center of that axle that's also painted orange under there.
Oh, I see it.
And that baby is it's the only one with a magnet. So if you ever were to sweep any particles or anything like that, that's on the center back there. And then here I got your dipstick. I painted it orange for you.
Okay.
We just want to see just a little bit on there, which we do, just on the tip.
All right.
And then here's your fill for your hydraulics. And just be careful. You got a fill that's up high and a check that's down low, so you don't want to overfill it either.
Right, you don't go way high.
And it does kind of expand a little bit, so I like to run it for 20-30 minutes.
Then check it.
And turn it off and check it. And also, you would have your implements down on the ground. That's going to give you a more accurate reading than when you have it up there. And it's a universal premium hydraulic fluid. We get it at Tractor Supply. It comes in a black jug.
Okay. Probably we're out in it.
Yep. This is a universal premium stuff. We've got some at the shop too.
Okay.
But you don't really have any place for it to go, so it's good to check it. I think every other week's a good time to walk around it. Your turnbuckles, and you got the locking telescopic arms, which are awesome. Right. So you got these. They're I like these a lot too. But basically, if you back up to your implement and you're not perfect, you can push this, and this arm slides out 6 or 8 inches.
Right, and gives you a chance to.
And you get it all lined up, and then once you click it in, you lift your implement, and it slides back into place and locks.
Awesome.
Yep, and then there's those. So yeah, it's a lot like your other tractor there. Box blades are awesome. You can.
Oh yeah.
You're going to be using the heck out of that.
Yeah.
And even though it's got a blade on the back side, I tell people the strength of your machine is going forward.
Yeah,
I see
it's
some
not
people
going backwards.
trying to ram stuff with the back, and not only is it hard, they end up breaking a turnbuckle, or they bend the arms or something. I've seen people do all kinds of crazy stuff.
Right.
But yeah, so I think the good use for that back blade is you can crank this open and kind of have it down so it's feathers, so it's kind of pulling on the backside.
On this unit, when it comes to the lift here, I mean, you just pick it up when it's down, and I'm just trying to judge on how you decide how long to make that.
You just want your implement to be kind of level. You don't want it to be too. It just depends on what you're doing, but yeah.
Well, I mean, just to get started. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, and then yeah, we can mess around with it here a little bit once I get it out. And then the beauty of this one too is it's got the handle on the outside because of a cab, so you don't have to reach around each thing. As long as you got the parking brake set and a neutral, all your neutrals, then you can come back here while it's running and raise and lower that and get everything. And I like to have a 2x4 or a little something I can shove underneath here to move this an inch forward or an inch back. All your implements.
So if I remember right, it has to be all the neutrals. It's got to be in all the neutrals to start.
Yes.
If I remember right.
And they stay running once, like if you want to jump out of the seat to come out and do something. Right. So as long as you got that, and you'll do that to yourself a few times where you think you got it all in neutral and then you jump out and it turns off. Yeah. And that's the worst scenario. You just got to.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty neat safety features. I like this part too. So this flips up and then this cranks one way or the other to give you your pitch, so that it can angle, like if you were to crown your driveway or something like that. So that's that. These are really nice. Yeah. The other ones are like this, where you got a wiki. But yeah, and then the wet disc brakes. You got wet disc brakes in there too, so that's all part of the hydraulic fluid. So that hydraulic fluid, you got almost, I think, over 8 gallons of hydraulic fluid that pump through the whole machine. So it's your power steering fluid, it's your transmission fluid, it's your lift capacity, it's all that in one. So
yeah,
I think
that's why there's so much of it.
yeah. It's just like a big dishwasher in there too. It just kind of splashes around on all the gears. And then over here on this side, you've got a lot of the same stuff here. Got your bolts, for the bolts marked. And then here's your front axle. So this is your fill and your check, and this is actually hydraulic fluid as well. So as long as we pull that out, we see a drip come off of there.
Yep. You're good.
Very good. Yeah, and then there's also a drain on the bottom of the knuckles here. On the back side, there's like painted orange right there. That's a little drain there.
Okay. Yep,
and then you also have a fill up on the top of this knuckle. If you look right there on this side, you'll see where you can pour a little bit in the top.
Oh yeah.
Right there.
Right there. Yeah.
And so that would only be if you drained all the oil out of it. Then it was time to put it all back in. You would have to drain that front axle for like 150 hours.
Oh, okay.
And then whenever it's looking kind of funky, your manual will give you, like, I think there's 2 or 3 different oils you could use. Right now that has just hydraulic oil, just like what's in the back. Easy to take care of.
Same thing.
Yep.
Yeah, because I think the first maintenance, if I remember right, 50 hours. 50 hours. Yep. That's what I thought.
And that's just being a new machine. They want you, and all that entails is an engine oil change. Right here's your engine oil filter.
Right.
Then drain off your oil. Put the new filter on there. Put those plugs back in. Fill it back up. And so that's a 1540 weight diesel oil. And then your hydraulic filters. Where they hide? There's one's right here. So this whole thing is dipped in paint. So sometimes the guys curse the first time you take off these guys. But we get some big channel locks on that baby and break it loose. Have your new one ready to go. And so yeah, to have us do a 50-hour service is probably $600 to $800, $900. Just depending. Yeah. So and it's not hard. It's just messy. So I like to encourage people to do their own thing there too. But there's another filter on the other side too that's almost like now. So they used to say we had to drain all the hydraulic oil out, which seems like such a waste. At 50 hours, your hydraulic oil is still going to look brand new.
Yeah.
So now they've come to us a few years ago and said, hey, as quickly as the technology is so good on filters now that as fast as you can get the old one off.
Put all of that online.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to start. He's going to back it off. We're going to get this all unloaded. Go over a few more things. He's been walking me through it. Oils and stuff of that nature. So let's see. Let him pull it off. And we just got a few implements that he's got to get off here. We got a what? So we got a box blade in the back. If we got a bucket inside the bucket is a post hole auger with a 12-inch blade. We'll bring down. And then still on the trailer, we got 48-inch pallet forks. And on the back of this truck, we got a 7-foot blade in the back and hay spears. It's in front without the little things on. So 45 horsepower tractor. It says the NX 4510, which also goes up to they got a 50 and a 60 horsepower. It's the same motor, they just do different things to get the horsepower. It is not considered a compact. It's called, it's the in-between. It's not the big tractor. I think, so it's the next frame up from the DK. DK is the end of the, I believe, the compact tractors. So the frame's much bigger. And from there you go up to like an RX or a PX, which is, you're getting in, like the PX is just basically a giant tractor, you know. 100 horsepower, things of that nature. So, but it's cab, so it's heated and air conditioned. It does have a radio with Bluetooth, so I might be able to hear a little music off my phone. Because we don't get radio stations up here, just like we don't get TV stations where we live. It all has to be streamed, so I can do a Pandora or something of that nature with my phone. And we went with the in-between. We didn't get the ag tires and we didn't get the turf tires. They're kind of an in-between tire, which I think will do real good. So yeah, I'm extremely excited. Hopefully we'll get this all done. We got a few errands we got to run, but we're supposed to get a big snowstorm starting tonight at 9 o'clock through Saturday and Sunday. They're calling up somewhere around 16 to 18 inches of snow. So this is coming at the right time. Last time we had certain parts of our driveway 4 or 5 feet tall drifts. A lot of people couldn't get out for 2 weeks. We ended up, luckily we had a neighbor about 80 acres away that had a buddy came up and got us out in 4 days. If not, we would have literally been stuck for 2 weeks. So my goal is with this, with the blade and stuff, is I'll go out and I'll hit the driveway, you know, a couple times in the middle of the night and during the day, just to stay up with it, so we're not moving a ton of snow. So, all right, well, I'm going to help him. We'll get more of these implements unloaded. This is a Coyote dealer in Lake George. It's called Hitch and Post, and they've done real good, and lots of good reviews on them. So, hey guys, we're inside the new tractor, the NX 4510. I thought I'd give you a little look in here. It is a nice cab tractor. So we got all the good things there, and the radio. Got the windows open. And we'll start her up. You have to have everything in neutral in order to start one of these. That's what we'll do. We have the brake on. We got a bunch of snow the other day, so we have an incredible amount of mud, and we're trying to get some stuff cleaned up so we're in better shape. So we're going to go out here and do a few things. Let's get it filmed and let's get moving forward. This is a 24 by 24. Setup. We got a bucket on the front. We got a nice blade here on the back. This is kind of the view from inside the tractor. We can see down here. So we hook things up, and got a blade so we kind of start getting some of the ground done up, so we can Move some of the snow out of the way, some of the muck. The road was so bad yesterday on that we couldn't. We didn't even know where the road was at. Had to have people out walking. So that's kind of where we're at. Give you a little bird's eye view from what things look like. As you can kind of see, we got some puddling going on. We got to get a lot of, we have just a ton of work still to do out here. Just trying to help out, get things accomplished. We went through yesterday, tried to pull off as much snow and shove it to the side as possible, but we'll continue on and see where we can get done. We got lots of gears. Got 24 gears on this guy. Now we do have a foot pedal, just like a gas pedal. That's the yellow lever down there that we can bring up the RPMs with, or if we don't want to push it and we want to set it like cruise control, then we got this lever here and you just move it up and it's kind of like a cruise control. So alright, let's get started and get rolling. And now see what we can get accomplished. This is a four-wheel drive tractor. Right now I do not have it in four-wheel drive and I do not have the differential locked in. We're going to see what we can get accomplished. But the water is just running. I don't know if you can tell out here, but just moving right along, getting rid of some of this snow. Of course, it all funnels basically downhill and all to the same spot, so as much as you can get moved and change the direction of things, the better off we are. Once you get that water to stop running everywhere, it'll dry up fairly quick. The sun up here is pretty intense. So let's see if we can go down here and get a little dirt / mud and snow. Let's see if we can get up fill up some of those holes and get us stuff. This area here, this is the camper that we were with. We got some of the new implements. We're going to level this out the best we can, and this is where the winter houses will be for the chickens and the ducks, and the greenhouse and stuff will be down here. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to see if we can come down here and if we can get a little bit of our dirt / mud. No locker in four-wheel drive. We're gonna set her down and let's see if we can get some. We can get a little dirt here. There's something locked in. There we go. Now go down here. There we go. And we'll see if we can we'll curl the bucket back. See what we kind of got in here. See if we can take another swath at it. So we can get some more of this dirt picked up here. Alright, so this is what I've been working on. It's a ways away. That's actually quite a bit of bucket loads of dirt. You can see where the pedal used to be. It used to be like that pedal down there, which we're just pushing it, which we'll have to dig a hole and get it to go down the hill better. But it's the beginning, and that's what we got to do. Every day we got to work on this a little bit and see what we can get done. We'll move up a little bit. Things always take longer than you anticipate. It's going to be quite a bit more dirt coming up here, probably 15, 16 bucket loads to get it how I really want it. I need to get that built up, and then we'll put some gravel there. Also hoping we don't have, as much mud. So if I can do, 2 or 3, maybe 4 bucket loads. I do have lights on this tractor, so I can do a little bit at night, especially when it's not as wet, so that'll be nice. Trying to get stuff going. But anyway, this is just part of what we got to do. I mean, we're, they always laugh, and we have spring, summer, winter, and mud season. We do get a little rain, but majority of it is, what we got going. Pan around here a little bit. You still have all that snow to melt and come down. And like I said, it's all coming downhill. It's all coming about the same spot. So there's always something to work on. There's always something to do when you're on a farm up in the mountains. And we've always got something to do. We may not want to do it. It may not be the funnest thing in the world, but it has to get done. The tractor sure is going to be helpful with it being inside and be out of the weather and heat, air conditioning. We get the grass to grow. We really want to get this back to how it was 40 years ago. Like I said, they had almost thigh-high Timothy grass planted here. They went through and sent it to racehorses, is what I was told, in Kentucky, and that's some wonderful hay up here. So, but when you don't do anything with it for 40 years, and you get rain and snow and all that stuff, and next thing you know, the gravel is sitting on top of the dirt, and that's probably one of our biggest things. We have dirt. We do have big rocks, but we also have a lot of gravel that's literally just sitting on top. It's washed the dirt away, and through the years, and So our goal is to get that gravel turned over and get some ground cover, some hay, and we can get more dirt being held down. We'll put the manure down, composting, and then with the grass growing, it'll hold that dirt in place instead of us losing it and it going downhill. That's one of the biggest problems. We'll work on the mud, you know. Hopefully this springtime it starts calming down a little bit every, you know, often as we can. We're going to work on make sure nothing puddles. Make sure that we have drainage going the right way. If we can get the drainage going down and not have anything pooling, that helps. Because then it keeps it running off, and you can control the erosion. And you know, we just want to avoid the ponding like this. Love to have a pond up here, but you know, in a few days with no more moisture, that will be gone. But I'd rather not have it there to begin with at all. So we'll keep working on it. So let's get around here. Well, that's the end of our video. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell notification. Share this video with people. Give us a thumbs up if you like the videos. We sure could use a lot of help. We're a new channel trying to put out more videos. It does take a lot to do. And it is a different type of farming. You know, people down 800 to 1,500 feet, they get a lot of rain and a lot of grass, and we do not. In theory, we're the same thing, but we have different challenges, and it's be interesting to see how the land gets rejuvenated and how we do up here. So please, once again, like and subscribe, share this video, give us a thumbs up because it helps with the algorithm, and we would love to share this adventure ongoing with you guys. Thank you so much. Have a great day.